Welcome to another exciting episode of Video Game Bang. Video Game Bang. Your weekly source for all things video game. Featuring your fearless hosts, Cory Vincent.
I'm pretty much Microsoft and Marvel. The cans are on. It's when ish gets real. People get shot during the day?
And Aaron Carter.
Buy the armor, I equip it, and it's like pink thong. The guy that delivers vending machine items in my job, he can play the right.
Fill up your Mountain Dew and grab your Doritos. It's time for Video Game Bang.
What's up, pizzas? It is Video Game Bang Weekend Edition, where the team is burning the almost midnight oil. With me, as always, he is the Mario to the group. No.
Luigi, I would rather be.
Yeah, you're the Luigi.
I like Luigi better. Hey, what's up, everybody?
Aaron Carter. I'll introduce you. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
He would definitely be the Donkey Kong, David.
Hey, I get Donkey Kong?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody.
And, of course, Princess Peach, Mark Griffin.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Wow.
Well, you do play as Princess Peach.
All the time. Nobody
Yeah.
beats Peach.
Yeah.
Introduce the last person, and we'll touch
Let's-
right on that one.
All right. And he would be the Toadstool.
You know what? That's fair.
That's fair.
Get up on that microphone.
I don't know who I would be. But-
Toadstool.
He is...
It's Toadstool.
Yeah,
For
Toadstool.
sure.
Yeah. He's the little guy with the mushroom hat.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is my... he's a first time on the show. He is my cousin from Fresno, so that tells you a lot about him. How old are you?
16.
16? Have you ever been on a podcast before?
No.
You know what a podcast is?
No.
All right, just sit back and enjoy.
Are we allowed to have minors on the show?
As long as we don't touch him.
Wow. We're legally not able to touch you right now.
So, everybody, we spent the whole evening playing the Wii U.
That was
Yeah?
very surprising, actually. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was kind of Wii U.
This is my first experience with the Wii U. Aaron, first experience?
No, I played the Wii U before.
Really?
Yeah.
Why were you acting like it was the first time you ever seen one?
No, it's the first time I've ever got to actually play other games instead of just demo garbage.
Oh, okay. David?
Oh, yeah, it's my first time on a Wii U.
Derek?
It was definitely my first time.
This is already going
says-
terribly with
says with
innuendos.
Much
Yeah.
confidence.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, it was my Wii U, so I had the most experience. But, so what was first impressions, guys? What do you guys think?
You know what? I like the controller, how it feels. And I have to say, hands down, that it has the most features a controller has.
I'm actually really impressed with the number of features they crammed into there.
Exactly.
So we're not talking about the nunchucks.
No, we're talking about the tablet. What do you call it?
Yeah, what is it
It's called the gamepad.
The game. They couldn't come up with anything better.
The Wii U gamepad.
You're talking about a company that came up
The
with the
Wizard,
name Wii.
the
The Wii and then Wii U.
Yeah.
the Wonder Pad or
Well,
something.
I'm happy.
The Wonder Pad is a totally different product.
Yeah.
Where's Laura when you need her?
What? Okay, so can you hook up one more to the system or no?
As of right now, they've said that it's compatible with at least two, but no games have been made for it, so they don't sell them separately yet.
Okay.
So when they start using two games that use two gamepads, they'll start selling them separately. Those are supposed to sell for about 100, 150 a piece.
Holy.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
the
here's
That was
rumored
my
price.
question. Is,
That's
like,
the
all
rumor.
the features they put in there. How expensive is it?
Okay,
Yeah,
now
it's-
let's go down the list because it's stacked. It has a camera, it has rumble, it has touchscreen, it has joysticks,
triggers.
that click in too. You know, not because the GameCube didn't have any click
No,
in
it did
ability.
not.
Nope.
Yeah, but it
No.
came out with the same or around the same time that all the other ones did. It has the
Microphone?
Accelerometer.
microphone, accelerometer,
Gyrometer? don't know what that-
speedometer.
What other
and
ometers
an
does it have?
odometer.
Yeah,
You can tell how fast you're moving.
it's crazy. There's a lot of stuff on this controller.
I think it's kind of hit and miss with a lot of the games we played. So what's the first one we played?
So we led off with the Nintendo Land. is what we led
Nintendo
off.
Land.
The original free
You guys didn't
game.
play anything before I got here?
No.
On the-
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Okay. So the Nintendo one, yeah.
So the original one that was originally packaged with all the Wii U's. So, and what Nintendo Land is basically, it's a theme park of about 12 attractions, each based on one of Nintendo's beloved franchises.
It like I said earlier, Nintendo takes what they've created and gives you an example of what the possibilities can be. I literally think it's for the developers, not for consumers. As you know, they're trying to show you, hey, this is what you can do with your God of War type of game or something like that. You know, with our hardware.
Is that game bundled with the Wii U?
There are some bundles that are still bundled with it. I think now it's all digital a digital download with any of the bundles.
Free digital?
It's a code inside.
Oh, okay.
So it comes packed inside with some of the bundles. It depends on which bundle you get. Like there's the Zelda bundle that's out, and that comes with a digital code for Wind Waker. It doesn't have Nintendo Land, so you have to buy that separately.
Yeah, and like you were saying, it's for the developer. It could be for the developers like that, but it also is good for an introduction for me who has no idea how the controls work on any of the things. It could see that using that to acclimate me to the next more advanced games.
Yeah.
Like the Metroid one was kind of like a dumbed down version to show like how complicated the controls can get.
They can get very complicated, especially if you're playing as you didn't get to play as the spaceship.
I think you were the only guy who got to
Oh
play
my
the spaceship.
gosh. You have to do both joysticks and kind of the motion control just to aim. So instead of just, I mean, whenever you play a shooter, you're always just left and right thumbstick. But when you throw in a third, I know it seemed like a third dimension into the whole thing.
Well, you are flying, so
It's kind of like it was kind of hard to steer and then aim and shoot. It took some adjusting to, but once you get a hang of it, it's pretty cool. I like the features that they had where it was kind of like you can pick up the other players and, you know, chauffeur them around because they're like latched onto your ship and stuff like that. It was cool couch co-op stuff.
Yeah, that's exactly basically all we did these couple hours. We just did only couch co-op. Mark Kane kind of gave us a demo of some of the single player capabilities, but for the most part, we all just traded off to see what the experience
I think
was.
the Wii U, that's where the fun is going to be.
Yeah,
with
I think
that
that's
bad
their
boy.
main market is the couch co-op people.
Yeah, because as we were asking Mark, what were some of the questions we had about party chats,
About
or
online,
multiplayer, online, and basically the features are extremely limited. There's a couple cool things like in the main screen you can see what people are drawing and such, but
I didn't see. We didn't get to see any online.
No.
So I mean,
yeah, we didn't connect online. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do a second show.
I definitely want to do a part 2 on this one.
yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that Monster Hunter game that you were talking about.
Something that actually has like production quality
Yeah.
more than just, you know, the demo stuff. Yeah. Because I would like to see how the graphics stack up against, you know,
They're pretty gorgeous
just
too.
regular our current gen, you know, not the next gen stuff. Because I understand it's not going to be the next gen graphic capability, but just to see how they stack up against 360, PS3.
And, you know, you look back at Nintendo. Nintendo's never been one for graphics. They've always been
No.
one they treasure the gameplay.
And I like
over
them
that.
for it.
Yeah,
I
and
love
that's
them
my
for it.
favorite thing about Nintendo is it's all about the gameplay, not the graphics. I mean, you look at a game that's as beautiful as Wind Waker. You guys didn't get to see that tonight. I'll show you guys that next time. But the Wind Waker, I mean, they went a complete different direction. Lost a lot of fan base because of that cartoony style.
Is that the HD
But-
one?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
it's in HD now. But I mean, to me, I loved Wind Waker. I loved the gameplay, the story, everything was great. The graphics, yeah, it wasn't what everybody was expecting, but it gave Link, I think, the most emotion. He was able to show the most emotion he's ever been able to show in a Zelda game.
So, what's the market for the Wii U? Is it for children?
Uh,
Because it seemed really complicated. I don't see teaching a child to play a lot of those games.
I think that's what Nintendo's still trying to figure out is what the market is. Their sales haven't been that great in the last year.
Well, yeah, I don't know if they're trying to find their identity. I think they're just trying to give a little more hardcore gamer action to the hardcore gamers.
What is a hardcore gamer right now, though? Like,
Well, in their mind, they're first-person shooter guys, action-adventure guys.
Call of Duty,
Yeah, because when you
Battlefield.
saw the Wii U come out, it had what? Batman announced for it.
Mass Effect,
the
Is that
zombie
Mass Effect
game.
on it?
Zombie U.
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
Mass
wait.
Effect 3's on there.
Oh, you got to bring that. Do you have that?
I'll pick it up.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I'll
like
bring
I want to
Mass
see.
Effect over.
First of all, your face shouldn't be frumped up at all. Mass Effect is an amazing series.
I understand the draw of Mass Effect, but I don't see how playing it on a Wii U.
I want to see what the difference is with that tablet.
Yeah, I want to see how it stacks up because it's a straight port from the other one, so you can do much more comparison.
And
Yeah,
I-
I think it's got a good chunk of the DLC added in it too.
To me, that tablet opens up a lot of possibilities for video games.
See, what I'm looking for. I'm waiting for that second tablet feature because we all grew up in that Yu-Gi-Oh age. We could finally do.
You can play some stuff.
Somebody
Yeah.
else right there on the
There's
same TV.
so many
Card
things with that
games,
you can
other
do.
games. Yeah, that's I can see them making a Dungeons and Dragon game where the person playing on the tablet is the dungeon master, and everybody else with the remotes and nunchucks. You control your character as you go through the game or whatnot.
Put it this
that
way:
type of stuff.
The Wii came out when the Xbox 360 and the PS3 were
duking it out.
Yeah, duking it out, and it sold crazy amounts because it came with something different and new. Xbox and PlayStation, they came out with their own similar things. You have the Kinect and you have the motion.
The PlayStation Move.
Move, yeah, that's what it's called, Move. Those were, I don't know, for lack of a better term, copycats.
Imitations.
Yeah, that
for sure.
The Wii, started that. With the tablet or whatever, the new systems now, they have the capability to do that type of stuff. They have tablet functionality and everything. So I kind of look at Nintendo as being kind of the tester to see how some of this stuff would integrate and work well with, the bigger boys, the Microsoft and the Sony.
They've been setting the trend, actually, when you look back on it. They started motion controls.
Yeah.
They kind of pioneered the second screen experience with
So
this new tablet.
And I want to say they did Rumble first, actually.
Yeah, they did in the 64.
N64.
They added those Rumble packs.
I had a
Man, those are
Rumble
good.
effect on my Game Boy.
And that was
That's
Nintendo.
terrible.
Pokemon Pinball.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
I
they
remember
did,
that. Yeah.
Yeah,
They just
Nintendo's
swapped out the
been.
little AAA.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Nintendo's been innovating since day one.
Yeah, they're the forerunners on that, definitely.
I think they have some of the most creative minds in video games, for better or for worse, because I'm not going to say that's all hits, and I'm not even going to go out there and say that to go buy a Wii U. But you got to respect that company for really innovating, being the first pioneers, and it's still true today.
But if they can just bring it over to you, like
the core gaming
Cory,
audience.
like if all those features were in Xbox 360 or Xbox One, you'd probably be so content with it that you would never leave your house or something like that.
Yeah.
But like the features that are missing, the group chat, the pretty much just the online is what I'm talking about, that the Xbox and the PS4 have, that the Wii and Nintendo seem to be just scared to get into.
Can you watch Blu-rays on the
Wii? It'd be like
Wii U?
a perfect
No.
machine. And
No
then
Blu-ray.
it's not a media machine, I don't
It's
believe.
not. Yeah, it's still got Netflix and it's got all YouTube and all that stuff. They actually just updated their YouTube so it can use it has the Chromecast feature, so where you can link your phone to your Wii U, and anybody in your living room that's on the same Wi-Fi can send videos from their YouTube straight to the TV through the Wii U. So one pretty cool feature. They're slowly swimming after the boat.
But I don't think they need to get into the media type of thing. They're going to let the big guys duke that out with theirs, and then they're going to step back and focus on the games.
I want to hear from Derek real quick. So, Derek, you are just a dumb teenager.
Wow.
I wouldn't say that.
You have an Xbox 360.
Yes.
You play Call of Duty and sports games. Like
Yes.
you're
The average gamer.
You're the
yeah.
average gamer.
Pretty much.
So, what did you think of the Wii U?
I thought it was okay. I liked the controller. I held it once.
The big tablet?
Yeah, the big tablet.
Is it something you're going to go to school and tell your friends about?
Probably not. I'll probably forget about it next week.
See?
And see, that's where Nintendo cuts off, though. It's
Yeah.
like they haven't reached him yet.
It's a couple parlor tricks. Smoke and mirrors, bro.
Well,
Smoke and mirrors.
But you have to apply. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I wasn't that good at it because I wasn't a good artist in the sketch game we did, and I'll probably have to be older to really get a hold of it and be good like you guys.
Well, I don't think it
Or
was
just
age that had it.
extremely skilled.
I think that's all latent talent.
But the thing with that is the games you normally play is what, like Grand Theft Auto with us and Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
You didn't see that type of stuff right out the gate for the
Yeah.
Nintendo or for the Wii U.
There's a learning curve.
There's
Yes.
definitely a learning curve. I want to see how a Grand Theft Auto, or not a Grand Theft Auto, a Call of Duty plays on that. Because I know with the Metroid game, there was like the little kind of a shooter feeling, and you can zoom in. I don't know if you guys were able to zoom in like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
No.
You were?
Was I?
Yeah,
That was the game I was the worst at.
Yeah, he was not doing that well in that
Well,
one.
and it didn't help that my nunchuck wasn't even plugged in, I guess, correctly.
Wow.
Everyone else is running. I'm like, how do I run?
I don't know.
But to see how that does, they're still, even if you come out with that and it's Call of Duty and it's on the Wii U, they're still kind of behind because they don't have that online aspect of everything.
Well, and just to kind of side with Nintendo, they do have the online features for Call of Duty. released Ghosts this year on Wii U. Black Ops 2 came out for Wii U. So
But is it as solid?
I don't know how solid it is.
Because I remember I heard whenever I first saw Call of Duty Modern Warfare on the Wii, that was very much lacking in a lot of features. Like, a little small thing was they just didn't even have the last kill cam because it wasn't powerful enough to record the last couple of seconds of
graphically
gameplay.
Is Ghost even on the same plane as the 360?
I wouldn't say it's on the same plane. It's probably close, but it's probably a little bit behind. I haven't seen it in person though to give an official judgment on it.
We got to see how HD, because they were
no one even does comparisons. When people are saying, "Hey, look at Call of Duty Ghost on the 360 and the PS3," no one even thinks to say, "Hey, here's how it looks like on the Wii." By the way,
it's not even in the same audience, I don't think.
Because all the people who are fighting about it don't have a Wii.
Yeah. And see, I think a lot of thing is Nintendo runs their own race. And that's one of the things I respect most about them. They don't care what Microsoft and Sony does. They run their own race because they make their games that they like to make, and they release them on their own timetable. You know, it's not Microsoft owning the rights to Halo. Hey, Bungie. Or Bungie's like, hey, we want to make this other game. No, make a Halo. Get back in your cave and make Halo.
It's kind of your second console. That's how it was last gen. You had an Xbox 360, you had a PS3, and then on the side you had your Wii. So it was either like if you were on either side of the war, you had your major system, but then you had your Wii on the side.
So moving along, we played the first game, which was kind of like the sampler pack. Well, then what did we move to? WarioWare. Or Wario
Game
Watch.
and Wario.
Game and Wario.
Game and Wario, yeah.
Which has changed from the original WarioWare, which used to just be like 4-second games.
Yeah.
So now it's, I guess, a little longer.
And the only thing we really had fun on that one with was Pictionary.
Yeah, I mean, they have some other attractions that they're okay in the single player, but that game is really a glorified Pictionary, but it's great. It was honestly it was like I got it for like $25.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot of fun, but the game still seems like it's just another example of more of the capabilities of the system, as opposed to we really thought this out and made a game. It's like, hey, you guys, you can play Pictionary with this, so let's put it on a game with another compilation of a whole bunch of games and give it to you. It's just been, we only played a whole bunch of just...
I think that was good, too, because this is our kind of overall Wii
introduction class.
So we just I'm just learning some of the mechanics and what's possible. Like at one point I saw Mark blowing into his controller.
Yeah, you can blow into
to get
the mic
the
one of the ramps.
The amount of inputs is ridiculous.
It's crazy, and the price is even crazier for one of those.
How
things.
much is one of those things?
The system itself?
Yeah.
No, the controller.
Well, the gamepad, they haven't announced any official prices. From rumors I've seen online, 100, 150 is what you're looking at. Well, the system's 300 total, so I think 100, 150, about a third to half the system is about a fair price for how expensive that
half the
technology.
You buy an Xbox One, Cory, you pay half the system for your
controller.
Well, look at all the things that are in that
but yeah,
controller,
I understand.
I mean, the screen itself, it's like a 7-8 inch screen.
But what does it do besides Nintendo?
What do you mean? What does it do besides Nintendo?
You're paying how much you say it'll be? $150?
Probably roughly right around there.
You got $150 for this quasi tablet that is only good on your Nintendo. You're not going to take that thing to Starbucks and do your homework, are you?
You're not going to. You can't take it outside the house, but you can actually. I didn't get a chance to show you guys all the extra features. You can configure it to your TV. You can control the channel, volume, inputs. You can change all that stuff with your
It's another remote.
It's like
TV.
a giant remote.
Okay.
It's a remote you'll never lose between your couch pillows.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Well,
I hope not.
And then you can stream games too,
and
right?
you can take your full game. A lot of times when I don't feel like playing on the big TV, I want to go lay in bed. I'll take my whole game, throw it right on my gamepad, go lay in bed and play on the gamepad till I pass out. Full game, full features.
You're living the life,
lose out, nothing.
That
sounds pretty cool.
That is a feature that nobody's touched so far except for that and
Vita.
P4. Yeah.
I mean, who doesn't want to play their, be able to take their PS3 or 360 game and go portable, and
then it keeps the same look too.
Same look, same graphics, same frame rate. You don't lose any of that stuff.
The graphics
streaming
are ridiculous on that little screen.
Yeah.
So
everything's pretty clear. The touchscreen is very responsive. Like I didn't see any.
Yeah, there's no issues with it. The camera feature was cool.
The camera looks good. Yeah.
We were able to see Aaron's big dumb face.
Wow.
He's chasing us around.
It was good, and I like that whenever you're streaming it, or whenever you're playing the games and it's streaming your face onto the screen, there's no like lag or
No,
anything
there was
like
no
that?
lag. It was actually very good quality.
But how does that look
Derek,
on?
You have a question?
Oh, yeah.
Comment?
I thought the PSP was more portable, or the PSP Vita. It was more portable.
It is more portable.
Yeah,
it
yeah.
actually works outside your
and
house.
you can fit it in your pocket if you want, in a smaller pocket. Or
Well,
Are you
that
saying
one-
you can't fit the tablet in your pocket?
It's
I
kind
don't
of
know,
large.
not
It's
mine.
kind of large.
The thing with the Vita, though, if you leave your house, you're not going to be able to stream the
Oh,
actual PS4 games.
yeah,
you can
no,
only play
yeah,
Vita
you can't
games.
play online. Yeah, true.
Well, then I guess Nintendo has that kind of beat. It's a bigger screen.
Oh yeah.
It is a bigger screen.
Like the game I'll show you guys next time is Monster Hunter, and I played all the Monster Hunters on PSP, and I'd maybe get, I don't know, 5, 10, 15 hours into it, and I'd lose interest. This one on the Wii U, I've got 200 hours in, just because I can take that tablet, such a bigger screen, and all the improvements from this one versus the last ones. But for me, really, it's that portability of that screen. A lot of times I'm trying to do other stuff while I'm playing game. I have to multitask. I can't do one thing at once.
So are we using friend codes again?
So, no, friend codes are gone. That is a good
Okay.
thing. All you have to do is register names. So it's similar to the Xbox and PS3.
So gamer
but
tags we got.
it's gamer
now.
tags. The thing that is still irritating about it is if I say, "Hey, Aaron, I want to add you. You know, what's your YDAC?" Okay, I put yours in. You have to also send a request to me. So it won't show up on it won't show up on either of our systems till we have both sent one to each other.
Okay.
So it prevents like
Okay.
random meetings or whatnot,
Okay.
I guess. So it's not terrible, but it's a lot of Nintendo trying to maintain the innocence of their systems and their gamers.
Do they have random?
Yeah, that's interesting.
random.
Like little chat rooms you can jump in
Yeah.
to meet new people.
Yeah, they have like it's called the Miiverse. So you can hop in and you can
Okay.
send messages back and forth. There's like forum boards for each of the different games. It's all separated. So if you want to talk about Earthbound or you want to talk about Nintendo Land or
Okay.
Monster Hunter, you can hop into the forum boards for that and just talk with everybody else on there, draw pictures, show off. Nintendo's adding some like stamps or whatnot that are coming out later this month or I should say early December, where you can stamp pictures and stuff like that. So if you're not the best artist, but you still want to put pictures of Mario, you can get stamps of Mario and mushrooms and things like that.
So okay, the online then setup is way better than the Wii's.
Yes.
You know,
oh, it's leaps and
friends
bounds
code.
better.
And if you think about it, how many times do we really just go out and get random, ads and stuff like that?
You
don't.
kind of just
Typically,
add the
you
people
just
you
play.
know.
Usually, maybe if you're playing a game and you get in, like a party with someone and you do really well together, you send a request. I got a few on my list that are like that, but it's
Yeah.
far and few between.
I get people who request me all the time, but you have to be with me in the same game like
Man,
3 or 4 times
and
before
because
I
they
send
think
an
you're a
invite.
woman.
Yeah, I do my thing.
Last
That-
game
wow,
we played,
Aaron.
Yeah,
it
that's,
didn't even come. Yeah, it was all over his face. Though. Speaking of all over
Terrible.
his face, the last thing
Terrible.
we played was
We Party You.
Wii Party U. We didn't get enough time on that one.
Yeah,
but
we didn't get that much.
We got
but I got a couple of wins on that one.
Yes, Aaron was the
Pogo,
the Pogo
champion.
champion.
So-
I didn't get a chance to run against him
2012.
for it, but
it's Mario Party without Mario characters.
essentially is what it is. It's
Yeah.
got a bunch of different variations of it. There's one of them. One of them's got the board game, just like Mario Party, where you move spaces. There's another one me and my friends play mostly, which is it's like a dice, like you roll dice. So you play mini games. The better you place, the more dice you get to roll, and it's first to move 300 spaces to get to the end. But every 100 spaces, there's a roadblock where you has a challenge you have to do. You have to overcome a challenge in order to move past the roadblock. So like if you have 40 spaces left, but you fail the roadblock, your turn's over, essentially.
The funny thing to me was this is the Wii U, and they announced it at E3 saying that this was going to be about you. This was all your system. And they showed the games, and these were all these hardcore games, Call of Duty, Batman, Mass Effect. But it kind of still seems like it's geared towards the co-op couch, the Wii Us.
Yeah,
like they need to add
exactly.
an S at the end of
Yeah,
that.
it's the Wii Us.
And I'm not mad at it, but then that just means I have an upgraded Wii. I have the Wii 2,
I'm glad I have a friend with the Wii U, and that I can enjoy it in that capacity. But
Mhm.
I can never see myself purchasing a Wii U.
Like-
I just don't have 4 people constantly at my house.
Here's
to
a
play.
question: would you play all those games if they were just online and you were by yourself?
No.
No.
To me, the fun of this thing was the laughter and the passing the remote around was pretty fun, and I wouldn't play those games with random strangers. It was kind of like it was kind of like an updated, modern age version of just busting out a crap ton of board games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
That's very fair. Yeah.
That's very fair.
Most of the fun is in the side conversations and laughing at your friends doing stupid things.
And I that's one of the things I love about it. I love that social interaction you get with that system. It's not just sitting there talking about just the game. You're talking about other stuff and things like that. And it's the outside conversations really. I think it's a lot of what gaming is lost with the online age is you lose a lot of that outside social interaction. It's why we have so many awkward 16-year-olds that don't know how to contribute or talk in conversations.
We're all looking at Derek.
He's like, well, I have a 3.00 kill to death ratio, so there you go.
What is your kill to death ratio, Derek?
Probably 0.9.
That's sad that you know that to the T.
At least he's honest. He's
Lord.
honest on the internet where you could lie because nobody would know.
The world is outside.
It's funny hanging out with a high schooler.
You shouldn't even say that on the radio.
In a
Cops
family way, in a family love way.
Sure.
It's
Manson
interesting.
had a family too, didn't they?
It's funny I was asking him about the new terminology. Turns out my lingo is way off.
Well, you're more 70s.
That changes like every year.
Yeah,
I
it literally
know.
does. There's an app. If you get Urban Dictionary, they have an app, and you can just stay up.
But I don't I still say going ham. That's not cool anymore.
That was 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it ended about 6 months ago.
The one
Unfortunately.
he just taught me was, he's gassing on you.
Gassing is actually pretty old as well.
It's
I still
it's
don't know
coming
that
back.
Oh,
It's
so
going
now
back.
it's retro now?
Yes.
It's going back to, okay.
I'll have to demonstrate the other one. Can Derek?
Like
Derek
gassing
to Mike.
is...
Aaron, you suck. Ooh.
Kill him.
What?
That's terrible.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
That
So apparently the new burn is you go ooh and someone else yells kill him.
that doesn't
Fatality.
go. That doesn't happen in my neighborhood. Fatalities happen, but
This is Fresno though.
okay, this is Fresno slang. But you guys got
I don't know if it's
the
just
Bulldogs.
Fresno.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Bulldogs. They're no joke up there.
They weren't doing the ooh kill him last year at Real Linda.
Well, the Bulldogs was killing something. I know they had to be. They had to be.
I wouldn't know. I'm not a part of it.
Good.
Stay away
from
from it.
that.
Stay away
You don't
from
want
it.
that life.
Biggest complaints about the Wii U, David? Go.
I don't know. I mean, I guess it's just that I have to. It feels like a couch
Yeah.
co-op game.
You have to
system.
have people.
I have to have people there. I haven't seen any games on it really that I'd sit down and play by myself. I want to have someone around.
And then
I'll show you Monster Hunter. That'll
Okay.
get that. That'll do it.
Okay.
and
for
then
ya.
even if you do have a game that let's say had some online features, but if no one else has it, you can't really.
Yeah.
I don't know. Even if we have different games and we're all on the 360, it kind of still feels like we're keeping up with each other.
Like 4 copies of Mario Party.
Yeah.
Nobody buys 4 copies
that's
of
actually
Mario
a
Party.
really great point too. That's probably what hurts a lot of the Wii U's sales.
They just you don't have to buy one. Nobody goes out
Yeah.
and buys 4 boards of Monopoly. They
Yeah.
just get one. And
You
they
know,
invite
I
everybody
get
over.
all the different
I have
editions,
4
dude.
boards of Monopoly.
Well, if it's different editions, but
Yes,
yeah,
I do.
that's craziness. And I never thought about that actually till now. They only have to sell one because of all these multiplayer games that they.
Yeah, it's
put
like
out.
okay,
Yeah, you
Mark
just get
has
one in the
Wii
neighborhood,
U
and
party. I'm
everyone,
gonna go.
jumps together.
Yeah,
Oh,
you just divide up your games and kind of
yeah,
meet
that's
up with your friends.
Nintendo.
that's essentially what me and
think
my
about
buddy.
Nintendo.
It's essentially my buddy, me and my one buddy that I know that has one that I play with regularly. We pick which games that we're each gonna buy, and then we just bring them over.
You have the
Whoever's
most
also playing it.
experience, Mark. What's your biggest complaint about the Wii U?
Biggest complaint, God, I guess it's just the lack of support from third party developers. Still, I mean, they gave a lot of big support, but they've kind of pulled out since the sales have been lacking.
EA was trashing Wii U like crazy.
Yeah, the system's not for everybody, but it is. It's the one system I can take to a family gathering like Thanksgiving, and mom and grandpa, and everybody will sit and play as they demonstrate in their commercials. That's another thing. Their marketing strategy, Nintendo's marketing strategy, is terrible.
What did they market it towards?
Families,
the family?
the families and
See,
stuff.
This is,
It's like,
it's
and
just
that's
they're
not-
going back on everything that they said at E3. This is supposed to be the Wii U for more hardcore players, and now it's still marketing from the Wii 1.
Advertising is so expensive that when you're going to actually, I mean, these companies are spending millions. They're leaking to get this advertisement. And so when you do, you got to make it count. And I think it's safer you're going to get more bottom line sales if you're marketing towards family. Because where are they going to advertise? On Nickelodeon? Or where do you think?
I think they switch.
I don't see their commercials anywhere. None
I
of the
haven't
channels
seen.
I
I have
watch.
never seen a Wii U
I
commercial.
saw one recently for Christmas where like the kids were sitting on the couch debating how they were going to trick mom into buying them a Wii U or something.
And what channel? Do you remember?
I don't even remember what channel it was.
See, it's not like
CNN.
It might have been like ABC Family or something.
Yeah, see, they don't.
Fox
They're not
News.
hitting me on YouTube. Like,
I get a couple on Hulu occasionally when I'm watching stuff on Hulu, but I mean,
but you're seeing Xbox everywhere and PlayStation 4 everywhere.
Maybe because I don't watch enough TV. I haven't seen any commercials for anything.
Really?
yeah, I really haven't
No.
seen
Yeah,
Football
it's just-
games. You're watching football games.
I
There's
just
always
watched-
an
I
Xbox
just watched-
commercial.
Well, Xbox has a deal with NFL.
Oh, Microsoft is everywhere. Yeah, I kind of divide the two in my mind, but Microsoft really has a partnership with the NFL.
Yeah,
I
just
see more
watched the
tablet
Turkey
stuff
game
for Microsoft
and
than anything.
Nothing.
I've been seeing a bunch of stuff on the NFL games when I watch. Yeah.
Yeah. Microsoft has a deal where for the first time ever, the teams and coaching staff they're able to have tablets on the field. Before they had a no tablets policy. They had to use all paper and run up and down and back and forth or use radios. But nowadays, starting this season, and none of the teams are doing it yet. They said you can use a Surface only, no iPads.
I wonder why they're not. Maybe they're just stuck in their old ways.
I think they're stuck in their own ways, I don't know. It's interesting.
I think the big thing that really it's going to skyrocket Nintendo sales next year. I think we're going to see a huge jump because Smash is supposed to come out, and we all know that is their system seller. Smash Brothers is the Wii U system seller. You remember, you guys remember when Smash came out for the Wii, when Brawl came out and
Yes.
just skyrocketed sales. Couldn't keep Wii's in stock anymore, and they, before they were just piling up for months on a time because nobody cared.
Speaking of Smash, Mark Griffin.
Oh, here we go. Okay,
I will take
let's
you
recap.
on anytime.
Yeah.
Previously on Video Game Bang.
Because you have, haven't you?
Hold on. Let's go. Mark started the episode off by saying, what did he say?
He
Peach
said
never
Prison Peach
loses?
never loses.
And I think we have
Dig back
back in
yeah.
2007 or
Yeah.
8, whenever the Wii originally came, or Smash Brothers came out, when
Correct.
Brawl came out, me and Aaron did play in a demo setting. Played a match of Smash.
Oh, so it was a demo setting?
It was
Does
a-
this change the
Was it
story?
It was.
demos?
It was.
Yeah.
I think it was the full game, but
Yeah,
it was a
the
demo
full game,
setting
yeah.
with
Okay.
remote and nunchuck controls. So we were both at the same disadvantage.
Yes.
So I will say that and he did beat me. It was a one. We lost. I lost by one life. It was a one life.
Went to
difference.
sudden death. Build up suspense, please.
Okay. It did go to
Went
sudden death. Were we on a custom? Weren't we on a custom map?
No, we were on whatever the because
Mark
we were
just
in a
keeps
pit.
trying to throw roadblocks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm just curious. I
know.
couldn't remember.
What's
For
going
some
on
reason, I remember it
made
being.
a
Wasn't
fatal,
I blind in one eye that day?
Dude.
made a fatal mistake of jumping towards Ike.
Yes, Ike, the
And,
originally most broken character at launch that nobody
here
realized.
we go. More roadblocks.
I'll make excuses. Smash is my fighting game, so I was very embarrassed to lose to Aaron.
Were you his underling at this point?
No, this was Chris was the manager because Chris kept trying to find everybody to beat me,
Yeah.
and he went through Isaac, which was previously on the show and lost.
Oh, that Isaac.
Yeah,
Yes.
that Isaac.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
And then he had some customer go against me too, and I beat him. And I was,
Gosh, I'm
like,
sensing a
it's-
trend, man.
It's so for me. I've played probably more rounds of Smash than anybody else in this room. Everybody else in this room
Yeah,
combined. I will say that
definitely.
for sure. And I've always played with a GameCube controller. So flipping to that remote and
that was
nunchuck,
the worst.
it was terrible. That is a terrible control style. I have to. I'm have to order online these custom adapters for my Wii U so I can use my GameCube controllers on my
Is
Wii
it
U.
not going to use the tablet?
It'll use the tablet for one player, but when who plays Smash Brothers
Yeah,
by
that's
themselves?
true, yeah.
Like I do for training
See,
and
that's-
practice, but
I don't even
I
know
beat
what.
Master Hand so many times.
there you go.
I don't understand what they're like. I understand that's going to sell some systems, but it's still kind of a couch co-op. I've never seen really Smash Brother as an online type of thing.
Fighters online suck. I don't care if you're Super Smash Brothers
or Street Fighter.
Really? Yeah, online. I never trust it.
Why is that though?
I never trust the lag. I don't know,
delays and such.
There's delays. I don't trust a fighter unless you're sitting next. You could see the whites of his eyes.
Well, then you could probably say the same thing for a shooter, then, right?
No.
Why? Why
shooter
not?
is like, I'd say, is almost more. It has to be more spot on because that's
shooters
more
are more
chaotic.
I don't like shooters where it's like first kill wins, like one in the chamber, like that type of stuff.
Okay.
That always suffers from lag. But if it's kind of like statistics. If you got 100 kills, it'll probably even out whether you get the jump on.
So there's more because there's like only 2 rounds in a Street Fighter or something like that. In a Street Fighter,
you're in one fight, 2 rounds. If you
but wait. You play a lot of UFC.
I don't play it online much.
You don't? Oh my gosh.
I did it with EA's MMA. I didn't much. I didn't do it a lot, but I did, and it was okay. But it's the same deal.
What was your record on EA MMA online?
Not good. I think I got up to like maybe a blue belt.
So when will you accept fighting games online as I don't know, good enough?
When I'm winning.
When everything
the bias.
So is it,
that's what it takes.
That sounds like
when I'm winning.
Wow.
And see, one thing I will say, I did experiment a little bit with Brawl on the Wii online, and it worked well when I was playing with people that I had swapped friend codes with, people I knew.
Yes.
I was playing. It worked really well for that. But anytime you hop in with random Joe Schmo, it was just lag, and it was just terrible.
Because me and my brother played online a couple of times, and it was definitely just heavy lag. And you can record matches, which was pretty cool, but it would pick up the lag. So you were recording lagged matches.
That's terrible.
And it was pretty bad. Hopefully their system this time, they can get it together. It looks really interesting because they have the 3DS version and the. Can your 3DS hook up to your Wii U?
Yeah, 3DS completely links up to Wii U. They just released an update recently, or it's about to come out, where you can link up your accounts, your Nintendo accounts.
It's a whole
accounts.
new ball game.
Yeah, Nintendo's picking up the pace. You're going to see them. I think they're going to be a major competitor in the next 2-3 years.
I love Nintendo for these innovations, but they don't have the games that I want to see.
None of the developers jump on it.
Yeah, like these are so
You're not going to get
good.
Destiny.
Like Destiny would be amazing on this with the different things you can do. I don't know, maybe because it would just be a pocket menu, pretty much, in your hand.
My actual hopes after seeing this is that Xbox is using smart glass, which can do a few of the things I think, but it's
nothing. Everything so far that I've seen, minus the Vita, is just shy of what they can do with this.
I
system.
imagine if the Xbox can come out with a you see a lot of gaming tablets do it now. They have the controller extension basically, so it clips onto both sides and basically makes it look like the Wii input
Wonder Pad.
So if they can do something like that and add some triggers and some functionality that way, they could compete. But I don't know. I'm kind of going back on my words because the reason I chose the Xbox One and the reason I bought Dead Rising 3 is because I was most excited about the smart glass functionality with the dropping bombs and the whole side storyline that you get only through smart glass. However, I've just been stuck in 2K14.
Wow. See, and I've been playing the 2K. I've been playing 2K. I have not been playing 2K. I've been playing the Dead Rising 3, and so you remember how we downloaded the app that first night we played and got the phone or whatnot. So as you play through the game, you find app upgrades. So you get upgrades for the phone. It unlocks more features you can use the phone with. I still haven't used any of the features with it because I haven't linked my phone with my smart glass up to my Xbox One.
So we're waiting on the features for smart glass and everything to come into fruition. And all the features and stuff are possible on the Wii U, but there's no development backup.
And
we got opposite issues.
So
we need a claw that hooks onto the Xbox One, so I can just put my phone right there, and then I'll have to use it.
That you know what? That's so stupid. It might
brilliant.
work.
Wow, I'm gonna go edit that part out of the podcast so that we can patent that idea.
Let's do it.
That's ridiculous.
A claw that hangs on
to the controller, right?
Yeah,
with the gamepad right in front of it.
Stick your phone right in
there.
there.
Oh, it's already coming.
Is
There's,
it
like,
really?
there's a clip that you're going to be able to buy for your Xbox One or
Who did
PS4
it?
controller.
Is it Mad Cats.
It's probably
It'll
it's
break
somebody.
in the
it's
first
like PDP
friggin'
or
3.
Mad
If
Cats.
it's Mad
coming.
Cat,
It's coming either early next year or later
Mad Cats
December.
is just terrible.
Yeah, they're
I've
pretty
broken many of their controllers.
The only thing Mad Cats does well is their fighting sticks. They do make decent fighting sticks.
Well, they need to stick to that because they came out with like a mini controller one time. I remember I bought 2 of those.
Oh yeah, those are terrible.
Because I thought they looked cool. And those
Who
broke
makes
really
GameStop
fast.
brand stuff?
That is
Is it Pelican?
It used to be Pelican. It's somebody else now. Now it's like branded with like Red Samurai. It's
Red Samurai. I've never used any of their stuff, but I have seen a lot of their stuff in the store.
So there's another, and I know some of it used to be Mad Cats for a short while, but I think they got off of that.
Oh yeah, because I remember Power Bricks would have the little Mad Cats yellow thing crap on there.
Yeah. So, one thing I think that's hurting the Wii U the most is the fact that, and it's all of Nintendo's, their last 3 consoles, the GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, is Nintendo releases a great system. They release a few great games right there, right off the bat, and then they let third party kind of do their thing, and then there's lukewarm sales, so the third parties jump off the trail, and then Nintendo comes back and they start doing their first party stuff. Is amazing, and they lose that major audience because that gap between launch and their next big wave of launch of their first party titles, you lose your audience in that period of time. It's so crucial that first year and a half of a launch, you have to secure an audience. Otherwise, your system tends to fizzle.
But Nintendo, they do like Blizzard, and they'll wait for till their game is perfect before they release it, which is good. I mean, because they do, but it's just that, like you said, that gap, and it's a long gap between titles, first party titles. You'll get Zelda one time, and then you have to wait because they don't do the year after. Like they do with some of them, but there's pretty a good distance between all their games, and they're always usually good. Which
is, that's why Nintendo titles are usually the highest rated of any, of any franchises. Nintendo ones, I mean,
perfect 10 on IGN for that.
Zelda, the Link Between Two Worlds, which is amazing.
Does the 3DS interface with the Wii U at all?
Yeah. So one of the features, I'll use Monster Hunter for an example. Say that. You're playing on a 3DS. You can play co-op with your 3DS with somebody who's playing on a Wii U. So if you have a copy on 3DS and you have a copy on the Wii U, you guys can sit there and play couch co-op right there.
So it's
completely, cross-platform play.
That's
between
ridiculous.
the 3DS and the Wii U.
In the same house?
Same house, or not online. So it has to be same house for the 3DS and Wii U. That's the one thing. The one thing that you can do to make it multiple houses is, say you have a 3DS and a Wii U, and you only have Monster Hunter on 3DS. You can't afford Monster Hunter on the Wii U for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. I have it on the Wii U. You can download a relay packet tool or whatever for your Wii U that allows you to play your 3DS through your Wii U online. So then you can play 3DS online with the Wii U.
So it's like you upgrade?
You basically, you still play it on your 3DS,
but
it uses your Wii U so you can play it online,
so you play it online
with other people, so you can go online and venture with up to 4 people.
Still.
What was that?
You can get your co-op going still then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's a lot of really cool features between the 3DS and the Wii U.
Come on. Where is the third-party support? Like, you can't see that's awesome and how much stuff you can throw on there. And Smash Brothers is going to do that because it's on the 3DS and the Wii U, right?
What they've said with Smash Brothers is, so on the 3DS version, you'll be able to customize. You always have those like 4 to 6 color palette swaps you can do. You're able actually now to deck out your character with different costumes and accessories or whatever you want to call them or whatnot, and those you'll be able to transfer up to the Wii U because you're not going to have that feature on the Wii U. That's going to be a 3DS exclusive feature. So it's a you mean
to customize and stuff like
that? Customizing and stuff. So as for the online play, I imagine it's probably going to do cross play.
They're going to have to, yeah. If they're doing it with
you know what?
Hunter.
I don't think they're going to.
Why
they're
not?
No, because most likely they're not, because they're different stages. The 3DS stages are based on their 3DS library or their DS library, whereas the Wii U is based on their home console library. So the stages are going to be completely different.
Right, because the stages are kind of like a part of the fight too, right?
Yeah, they're with Smash Brothers, the stages always some shape or form come into play. So
the Nintendo got themselves a little competitor on their hand.
I don't see it as a competitor just yet, because literally the war is won by third-party developers. When you play an Xbox or a PS4, you're not just buying it for that first party titles.
But if you're a straight up gamer and games are what's important to you, it seems like
Then third party developers are important to you as well.
well, you can go a long ways with this Wii U. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's a lot further than I thought.
I think the problem with a lot of gamers though is they get hung up on graphics, and they
Yeah,
don't focus
agree.
on like good gameplay and good game mechanics.
And that's why we have Call of Duty campaigns that are 4 hours,
Exactly.
and
and copied and paste.
Yep, that are copy and paste. You got that same cutscene from one game to another game. It's
What Nintendo really lacks on, and they don't even really try to, and this is strictly in the games / versus game system versus an entertainment system. It seems like in one stratosphere you have the Xbox that's really serving a lot of different masters.
they want to do
And,
everything.
Yeah, they have a computer operating system. They have a phone operating system. Now they have a game operating system, and then they have the SkyDrive connecting it all together. And the SkyDrive, you could be working on your documents and go between your Xbox now to do a spreadsheet or something silly. And then you have kind of the middle of the road PlayStation that has their toes in both. They're trying to do more media stuff, but they don't really have the ecosystem quite yet. But they're even starting to get into maybe manufacturing a phone. But Nintendo is just like, we do video games.
No, I mean that's what they've always done.
We can offer you Netflix, things like that, but pretty much when you get us, your entertainment, you're going to live in the house. You're not going to take it outside with you.
Well, one benefit of Wii U being just a gaming console, no subscription fees. So that's one thing. If you want to get a system for somebody and you don't want to have to worry about them paying to play online with their friends, Wii U is great for that.
And it's great because your friends don't have Wii U's anyways.
It was difficult because I bought the Wii first before I bought my 360.
I did the same thing.
I bought the Wii first, and I played online. I can't remember which game. There was a first-person shooter. It was a World War II first-person shooter.
Medal of Honor Heroes 2, I think.
Yeah, Heroes 2. That did a very good job at showing off the capabilities of the Wii and the first-person shooter area. And playing online was really good.
Didn't it do 32 players? Wasn't it 6? Or no,
it
was,
did. It did like
8 on 8.
8 on 8. Yeah, it was 16. But I think the only thing that I didn't like about it was the sniping. You had to like twist the
motion
controller
control
to zoom in, and that was kind of just
man.
weird.
That's bad.
But the pointing and aiming, you can run around a corner, point, boom, shoot somebody. So it was almost not as tactile as mouse and keyboard, but it was pretty darn close. And so I mean, but the online was just kind of. I didn't really feel like I was online. There was no voice chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was nothing. It was kind of just. It could have been bots for all I know, and nothing indicated that this was a real human person that I'm fighting here. I think they've always been a step behind in online.
So we have, let's put this baby to bed. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us. Most of us, it was our first impressions with the Wii, so keep that in mind. We're going to go through one by one and give this thing a rating on a scale of 1 to 10. Your experience with the Wii U for the first time, things you liked, things you didn't. What do you think, David?
Well, let's see. If I'm just going to go right now, I'm going to have to go with like a 6 because it seems like there's a lot of potential for all these new features that are going on, especially if you're going to be able to drop your game down to your tablet and play just on your tablet and then later on down the line connect to your 3DS to it and all that. So there's a lot of potential there, but still until they get some more online stuff going, because I don't do a lot of face-to-face co-op. So that's just something that's lacking for me.
Derek.
I would give it a 6.5.
Oh, whoa. Unprecedented.
Well, you can't use halves?
Nope.
No, yeah, you definitely. You
Yeah.
can go
You can use-
6.3 if you wanted to.
Yeah.
What I liked the controller. It's kind of like a tablet. It was touch screen. It had a lot of nice features. But what's a little outdated is the camera that comes with the Wii U. It's still a small little piece of paper thing.
Oh, you're talking about the sensor bar.
Yeah, sensor bar, that thing.
Yeah.
Then with the Xbox One and the PS4, they got these big blocks coming out looking at us, and
You
Oh,
like
well,
that?
yeah.
You like to be watched, don't you?
Well, isn't smaller, sleeker? That's what we've been. We're going back away from that though now.
Yeah, we definitely are. Yeah.
well, I like the bigger. It's better, and you can. It sees you better. With the Wii
Yeah,
U,
the Wii U, it's only
a
tracking your
small
controller.
sensor.
Yeah, it's only for
Right.
your controller, though. It's not for you.
True.
it's not
Yeah.
camera at
True.
Mark?
Why don't you guys go ahead? I'll wrap it up since I'm the most experienced.
No. I want you to go first. We'll let Aaron do it.
All right. Since you're the host, I guess I shall go.
Well,
with
I
that.
got to go. And Aaron, what do you think? I'm about 50% here.
Oh, you guys, you're still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I got you.
Should he go first or you?
I can.
Yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I've already got the number in my head. So
What's your number, Aaron?
I give it a 7. I mean, I had fun with it, so that's cool. But I'm on the same page as Gondo. I want to see online. I don't really do couch co-op too much anymore. And couch co-op, I don't want people over my house all the time. I play online most of the time. You know, once in a while it's cool, you know, but
I want to be at home in
yeah,
my pajamas.
by yourself with, you know, hundreds of people virtually in my living room online. That's where I want to be. And I don't think they'll ever get to that point, though, because Nintendo is so worried about pedophiles grabbing people through Pokemon games.
Actually, with the PlayStation stuff that we talked about last week.
Nintendo actually just took away a feature because of that type of stuff. They had the swap note, which was you being able to draw pictures and things like that. And there's just
a lot of
they felt
many penises.
there was too many. Yeah, there was too much lewd
you think?
images on there. So Nintendo took away the feature in one of their more recent updates because they felt the community was abusing it.
Next thing
I
you
like
know, they're gonna shut down cameras. I mean,
all cameras in the world.
Yeah, but it's Nintendo is just solidifying itself as a system for the younger
mid-range
crowd.
contender. So we got a lot of mid-range numbers. I'll go a little bit lower on there. I'll give it a 5.
Average.
Yeah, I would never buy one. I just wouldn't buy it for myself. Maybe if I had a couple kids or something around the house, or my house was the social gathering spot for geeks. But most of the people in my circle that come around my house are Magic the Gathering or board game people. You know, we're not going to sit around and I definitely would not play a Wii U by myself.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. I personally, I give it an 8 to an 8.5, somewhere right. So 8.25. That's what I guess the best way to put it.
All right.
It's got a solid library out now. I'm a very social person. I love having people over. I love going over and being a group of 4 or 5 good friends and playing out. It's the first system to do that 5-player co-op on the same. We've been so used to that 4 players on one couch. And I always find that there's that 1/5 person or a little brother who wants to play. And now it gives you that option to add that extra person. The controller is unique. It's innovative. And I mean, Nintendo's all about gameplay, and that's all I care about. Graphics, whatever. I don't care. Give me stick figures. If the game is amazing and I can level up like Final Fantasy and get everything I want out of the game, I don't care what the game looks like. So, 8.25.
All right. Well, that was the Video Game Bang official review of the Wii U. For more of this topic, so it seems like the weekend episodes are turning out to be more of review-oriented. Regardless, you can check us out for the full episodes for these episodes on nerdreactor.com under the podcast section. You can check us out on iTunes, please. iTunes, just search Video Game Bang, subscribe, rate it, like it. Comment.
Yeah, we need lots more comments, people.
We love comments. We're on Facebook, facebook.com/videogamebang. We have a YouTube channel /videogamebang, which there's nothing on there quite yet, but we're moving.
I think it's just regular Video Game Bang.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think I got the regular one. I didn't add 2 bangs on there.
High five. And I kind of wanted to bring up one last topic while we're all here. I was asked to write more articles for One World Online, and the versus the console war articles were going nuts.
I saw the coexist thing.
That was my
awesome.
That was my most recent one, and it is actually quite popular. And I think there's a huge resurgence of people that feel the same way. Look, can we agree that the console war is over?
No. That will never be over.
Can we agree that it should be over?
Oh, I agree. Wholeheartedly, it should be over.
I agree that there should be one console made by all 3 companies.
That's actually really cool.
A lot of what my argument was is that there's no point in arguing consoles anymore because it's turned into politics.
Yeah.
You know, if you know someone's a Republican and you know the presidential campaign is coming up, I don't even have to know the candidate's name. I don't need to know what they are offering or what their beliefs are. I just know that if you're a Republican, you're going to vote for the Republican.
Yeah, it's a way to justify your decision.
Exactly. And
that's
so
what console wars are.
when you look at it's an obscene number. I'd say it's around 95+% of people who own the 360 are the fanboys that are going to buy the Xbox One. And I think the exact same number goes for the PS3 are the people that are going to buy the PS4. I think there's a very small number, just like in politics, that will go towards whichever one they want. But for the most part, arguing in forums, Twitter, Facebook, Xbox One sucks. You're not going to change anybody's opinion. You're just wasting your own energy and other people's.
Nobody cares about changing opinions on the internet. They just want to argue and be right.
Troll.
Exactly. So check it out, oneworld.com/blog. I got a couple on there. Share it around. Let's start a revolution, people. Let's get people stop. Let's get
an idea first. How about that?
Let's get an idea.
One system to rule them all. That's what I think.
Yeah, let's stop arguing about which system is better and just start killing each other in said systems.
The Xbox U4.
Yeah.
There we go. Buy it. $4,000 right now.
Thank you guys all so much for listening to this very special Wii U edition. We're definitely going to dissect the Wii U more. This is early thoughts. Anybody else got any final comments?
I think we need to go hardcore with the next round.
Next round?
I'll bring some hardcore games.
Yeah.
We'll start early.
M-rated and above.
Yeah, I'd like to see some of those.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for listening to Video Game Bang. We hope you enjoyed the show. Rate, comment, subscribe, like, love, do all that stuff. And if there's nothing else, we'll see you around the internet.